have you ever heard about Annie?
If you spent any time in the Roblox community, you've probably come across her name at least once. But Annie isn't your average player. Her story is one of the creepiest mysteries in Roblox history. She started off as just a regular account, but through a mix of strange behavior, eerie encounters, and unexplained glitches, she became a full-blown urban legend. It's 2024, and people are still trying to uncover the truth behind her bizarre behavior. Her profile, which hasn't been active in years, now has over 400,000 followers. How does someone who hasn't logged in for years become so influential? Today, we're going to dive into everything: her strange interactions with players, hidden clues in her game, wild theories, and new findings. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this kind of content. Now, buckle up, this one gets weird fast. How Annie's story began a harmless game, or was it? Annie's Roblox account was created on December 15, 2016. Her profile didn't raise any red flags. It was simple and ordinary, with a plain avatar and no bio to suggest anything weird. But Annie quickly became infamous for one thing: her obsessive behavior. She wasn't just casually inviting people to her game, she would spam random players relentlessly, following them from game to game and constantly sending invites to join Annie's place. If you blocked her, she'd somehow find a way back, popping up with another account or sneaking into servers where you were playing. It was almost like she couldn't take no for an answer. Most players dismissed her as just a troll, but some gave in and decided to join her game. And that's where things started to get really strange. Charlie's unnerving experience. One of the most famous encounters with Annie comes from a player we'll call Charlie. At first, Charlie thought Annie's place was just another harmless Roblox game. The map was simple: a small house, a quiet village, and some animals roaming around. There was nothing obviously creepy about it. But things quickly took a weird turn. As soon as Charlie started exploring the game, Annie began asking him uncomfortable questions. She asked, "Have you ever eaten cat meat?" When Charlie laughed nervously and said no, Annie followed up with, "What about dog meat?" Charlie tried to brush off the weird questions, but Annie kept going. She started asking personal things: "What's your real name? Where do you live?" The more Charlie tried to change the subject, the more insistent Annie became. Her tone shifted from friendly to almost demanding, as if she was desperate for answers. Feeling seriously uncomfortable, Charlie decided to leave the game and block Annie. But even after blocking her, the experience stayed with him. There was something unsettling about the whole thing that he couldn't shake off. And he wasn't the only one. The creepy encounters keep coming. After Charlie's story spread, other players began sharing similar experiences with Annie. Many said they'd also been spammed with invites and followed from game to game. Some even claimed that weird things happened in other games after they blocked her, like objects vanishing or glitching and strange messages appearing in chat. One player swore they saw Annie's avatar briefly appear in a completely unrelated game just for a second before disappearing without a trace. Another claimed that Annie had somehow unblocked herself and started messaging them again, even though they were certain they had blocked her account. The more stories emerged, the creepier things got. The rise of a legend: Annie goes viral. As word of Annie's strange behavior spread, her story went viral. Players started talking about her on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, each adding their own theories and experiences. Some believed Annie was just a bored kid trolling the community, but others thought there was something darker going on. Soon, her game Annie's Place became infamous. Even today, the game has over 11 million visits, and there are always players online trying to figure out if there are any hidden secrets left to uncover. Annie's story had officially become more than just a Roblox mystery. It was now a full-blown internet legend. Who is Horse Funeral? Annie's mysterious connection. One of the strangest parts of Annie's profile is that she only follows one person, a user named Horse Funeral. His avatar is strange, with cat ears and a mischievous grin that only adds to the eerie vibe. Some players believe that Horse Funeral is the real mastermind behind Annie's story, that he may have created the game or even controlled her account. What's even stranger? Annie follows him, but he doesn't follow her back. When I checked his profile, I found that he's still active on Roblox, with his last login just a few months ago. Could he be monitoring the Annie legend from behind the scenes? Or is he quietly adding new details to the game to keep the mystery alive? Exploring Annie's Place in 2024. Naturally, I had to visit Annie's Place myself. When I joined, the server was pure chaos: players flying, hackers spamming commands, and a strange, eerie vibe in the air. I switched to a quieter server so I could explore in peace. The game seemed innocent at first: just a house, a village, and some animals. But the longer I stayed, the weirder things felt. I found a baby lying in a crib, completely out of place, and several animals with infected-looking eyes. There was a strange energy to the place, as if the game itself was watching. Behind the house, I discovered a hidden cave. Inside, I found a pink painted chest filled with random items, an old radio, a GPS, and a notebook filled with scribbles. But the creepiest part, a skeleton lying in the corner, clutching a note that read, "I challenged God." I felt a chill run down my spine. Was this part of the original game, or had someone added it later to fuel the myth? Either way, it felt like there was more to the game than met the eye. Is Annie's game part of an ARG? One of the most popular theories is that Annie's story might be part of a larger ARG alternate reality game. Some players believe that the strange encounters, hidden items, and eerie messages are all pieces of a puzzle waiting to be solved. Others think that the game is being updated in secret, with new details added every so often to keep people hooked. There are also dozens of groups on Roblox dedicated to Annie's story. Some of them have thousands of members all working together to uncover hidden secrets and solve the mystery. The obsession with Annie hasn't faded. In fact, it seems to grow stronger every year. Final thoughts, will we ever know the truth? Annie's story is one of those rare internet mysteries that blurs the line between fiction and reality. Was she just a prankster, part of an RG, or was there something darker going on? We may never know the full truth, but one thing is clear: Annie's legend isn't going away anytime soon. If you're feeling brave, the link to Annie's place is in the description. But be warned, once you enter, you might not leave the same. What's next? If you enjoyed this deep dive, let me know in the comments. Your suggestions might inspire my next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss future uploads. And remember, on Roblox, things aren't always what they seem.